Alright, we rolling.
What up?
What's good? It's your girl Monty Streams coming through with Good Vibes, the show. We got a special guest all the way from Boston. Introduce yourself.
And it's Big Junk, man, the biggest one, not the small one, man. JUNGLE7929, man. Get into him.
Definitely. So, you know, what brings you here today? Like, you was knocking off some stuff earlier.
Yeah, so what I did early, first I did the Yo Gotti challenge, but I did 2 words. You know, a little story about my life, basically explain my life in 2 words. You know, gave him a little glimpse into me.
Got you.
Yeah.
So before you came here, what was your day like? What'd you do today?
My day, actually it was Sunday, so my day was a little slow. I only went to the grocery store, and came to the studio, so it was a little slow today. You know, chilled it out.
Inquiring minds want to know: did you just get like snacks and stuff, or
Nah.
You
know, grown ass man shit. You know, I got food for the crib. You know,
okay.
I gotta cook. You know, chicken, meat, and all that. You know,
okay.
I had to get right.
Okay.
You feel me?
So, where are you from originally? I know you're from Boston, but like, are you born in Boston and raised in Boston? Or
Man, I'm born and raised in Boston, Dorchester.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up there?
I mean, I don't want to say it was rough because, like I said, I hate when people say that, oh, it was rough. Like, we know it was rough, but you know, it was fast paced. You know, I had my gang of friends, my brodies, my sliders, and my hitters. You know what I mean? And I had my brothers, my blood brothers. You know, my moms. I had my step pops. You know, so it was regular.
Regular, cheers to that. So, is there anybody where you're from that like inspired you to like rap or anything like that?
Well, from inspired me to rap.
Or from the coast, because I know that's East Coast. Or
from the coast that inspired me to rap.
If not from your city, like if there was like somebody from your city, and if not, then somebody from like East Coast.
From the coast that inspired me to rap would probably be Jadakiss, definitely.
Why?
Man, cause he the hardest. That's top 5.
You gotta give me like a couple bars of like, what's your favorite Jadakiss like bars?
Hold on. Everything Jadakiss do is hard.
You gotta give like at least 2 bars.
I'm gonna give you something, hold on, but you gotta let me get
to the top.
You gotta let me get in the Rolodex. No, you didn't stop beatboxing.
Hold up, what did they do back in high school? Yeah.
Nah, but let me see. Jadakiss, hard, like the hardest bars. I'm gonna just say off the top, when I come through, clear it out, play the sideline and observe how a real nigga air it out.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I mean?
What song was that for the people who don't know?
Air it out.
Air it out. There you have it right there for the people who you don't know. Sorry, Jada. I'm sorry, I didn't know that one.
Damn, man. Salute to Jada, bro. Salute to the Kiss.
So, what made you come to Cali? And did you know anybody out here? Or, like, did you just come out here on your own?
Maybe from Cali, but, really, well, I can say it on here because, you know, it's legal out here. But, you know, it's weed. It's legal and music, you know. Doing this music shit, it's like, music is slow back home. There's a lot of talent back home. Don't get it twisted.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, if you want to just say Monty Streams and Good Vibes Studios doesn't exist in Boston yet, just say that. It's okay. It's okay.
All right. That's it. Monty Streams and Good Vibes Studios don't exist in Boston yet. So I had to come out here and get with Monty Streams and Good Vibes Studios.
I didn't say it.
It is.
So, what were you doing before you came to Cali?
Before I came to Cali, I was actually fresh out of prison.
So, how long was it before you transitioned from fresh out of prison to Cali?
I was home about a year.
A year? What'd you do in that year back home? If you can talk about it.
Like, honestly, I did music. I did a lot of music. I was in the studio heavy, but honestly, it was slow. Like, honestly, I was stuck. Like, I didn't want to. I'm not gonna say I didn't want to. It was hard for me to maneuver because like I didn't did so much shit out there. So, and on top of that, I've been locked up for the past 7 years. So it's like when I come home, it's like I'm kind of treading lightly on going to certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was at first it was a little difficult for me to move because I didn't want to. I had the little prison PTSD or whatever you want to call it, prison anxiety, whatever you want to call it. But I got adapted. I started moving around. I mean, you know, I just stacked my bread and just got to work about it.
Got you. So, what initially inspired you to start rapping in the first place?
I just
or
love.
who, I should say.
Well,
what or who?
What initially inspired me to start rapping?
Mm-hmm.
What? I just love music. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love hip hop. I love rap. Like, I'm not the person you want to have a rap trivia with because like
you know it all.
Yeah, like I'm serious with the rap trivia.
Where did that come from though? Like, was it somebody or like who?
I don't know. I just fell in love with music, but like one of my favorite artists of all time, Tupac.
Tupac.
Yeah. Definitely.
What was it about Tupac for you?
He was a rebel.
Mm.
He was a rebel, and he was definitely a damn, what you call it? What they call it? Damn, we gonna have to edit the fuck out of this.
It's cool because it's not getting edited. We're gonna keep all the awkward moments. We're gonna add blooper, and all of that shit right now. Ain't nothing getting edited. This is Good Vibes Studios. If the vibes ain't right, it's still staying.
Ayo, but really, Tupac, he was a rebel, but initially his rhymes, everything he said, I really definitely felt, and
his energy was crazy.
Crazy. My mom was wholehearted in love with this dude.
My mom, that was the only hip hop album I've ever seen her own.
That's crazy.
When I was a kid, and it was a CD. I was like, who's this? But she didn't have the CD yet. She took the CD out, so I never got to hear it. I just knew that she liked it, and she hid the CD from me because she knew I was going to find it.
Oh, she didn't want you listening to it?
She didn't want me listening to it. I see you, moms.
Shout out to mom.
Shout out Miss Diane Elaine. She got a dope-ass music page, so we're going to shout my mom out. Go check out her YouTube videos and all of that. And I'm sending this to her, and if you don't go subscribe to her channel, she's going to be very upset at you guys, and I'm going to tell her each and every one of you guys' subscription names and channel names so she can go cuss y'all out politely.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, exactly. I think it was, I want to say it was like all... What was the last one he put out before he passed? Was that All Eyes on Me?
Nah.
No.
It was Machiavelli, Don Illuminati, 7 Day Theory.
It was after... Which one was that? That was his
last album.
What was before that then? It was one of them ones before that.
I think it was All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me. I think that's the one she had, and then the CD was never in the disc. Which means she was listening to that shit. And when... It's crazy because when Nipsey passed... She was calling me like every few days and was like, mind you, I worked with Nipsey. She didn't even really understand. I had told her when I first moved to Cali, Nipsey was one of the first artists I worked with. Like, big artists. So I'm telling, like, she didn't even catch on because she didn't really catch on to Nipsey's wave till after he passed. But I was already working with him, so I knew exactly who he was.
Yeah.
But I was working with him. I was listening to him before I had worked with him. So she was like... There's this song called Blue Laces. Part 2. And I was like, she was like, I just connect with it so much. And I'm just like, that's dope. That's dope. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for you with Tupac, was there a specific song that resonated, like that grabbed you? Me and my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Isn't that the one that inspired Jay-Z to do the Bonnie and Clyde with Beyonce?
Yeah, but hey, yo, and it's crazy that you say that. Like, we out here on the West Coast, so a lot of people, they know about the Tupac song.
Mm-hmm.
But on the East Coast, you know how many arguments that I had with people that don't know Tupac originally originally did Me and My Girlfriend before Jay-Z. You know how many arguments I had?
A lot.
Like, a lot. Like, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? That's one of my favorite Tupac songs.
Especially if it's your favorite, because you know, like, all the way.
All the way.
So, did your dad or your mom listen to hip-hop at all?
My mom, she was a crazy. Shout out to my mom.
Where's your mom from?
My mom's from Dayton, Ohio.
Okay. So, what would she listen to?
Tupac. She listened to hip-hop.
She was the hip-hop.
Yeah, she like, it's her that definitely got me into hip-hop, man. Shout out to my mom's. RP to my mother, Terry Scrawny. But it was definitely her that got me into hip-hop. Like, I remember being a young boy, like a little kid, and we blasted music in the crib, in the car. Like my mom's was so into hip hop, Mary J. Blige, you know, Tupac. Like she was really in. I had a young mother too at the same time, so you know she was really into hip hop. You know.
What was your dad like? Was he older than your mom or around the same age?
My real dad, I didn't really know my real dad too tough like growing up. I just knew about him.
Is he still alive today?
Yeah, he's still alive today.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's still alive.
So your stepdad more so raised you?
Yeah, my stepdad raised me from like 6 years old. Like,
okay.
Age of 6 years old. He raised me.
So that was pretty much what type of music would he listen to?
Yeah.
Shout out to the stepdads.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my step house, man. RP Victor was too. But he would listen to church music. I ain't even gonna hold you. My boy would. This is definitely it.
Sorry, y'all. Like, you know, at the end of the day, good vibes is truly good vibes. This is just a little bit harder. Like, when you come from the streets, you don't need wine communion. You might need a shot of communion.
Yeah, she interviewing Big Dog, man.
He went through a hard life.
We're not wine sipping. We hard liquor sippers on this side. We
definitely. This isn't apple juice poured into Casamigos. We've actually been doing this, so. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Get in tune, stupid.
So, we got Kirk Franklin inspirations. We got Tupac inspirations.
Hold on. Don't get it fucked up. Because, you know, I love Biggie too. But really, it was really Tupac that inspired me in a lot of ways.
Pac just had that
Yo, the vibe, bro.
It was just different. It was just different.
It was something different. And then the fact that my mom's loved him, like, was wholehearted in love with him, it was just something different. I mean.
So, did you have any rappers that... So, would you say you, like, not to say idolize, but would you say Tupac was the person that, like, you would be your, like, idol as far as, like...
Yeah, like, growing up. As far as music, it would be definitely... Oh, Nas, too.
Nas? Definitely Nas was nice, though.
Definitely Nas.
Nas was very nice. He had them, like... Nas was like an album rapper.
Yo,
like, and Nas, people don't want to give people their credit.
Nas was a poet, man. He was
spitting. Man. You can't be multitasking and listening to Nas. You can't be doing certain things. Like, I can't listen to Nas when I'm working out or at the gym or anything like that. I have to.
That's crazy, because I can.
I have to, like, literally be on a train ride to, like, Northern
Cali. You gotta focus
and, like,
really
no
listen
distractions.
Because he's talking about something, because he's talking about something. He got a content. He's actually giving you something.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really why I love Nas. He was a good storyteller. He was good. He was good all around. You know what I'm saying? And he also had a good story. You know, he was from Queens and all that, and grew up in Queensbridge Projects. Like, you know, so like he came from the same shit I came from. I'm not from New York. I'm from Boston. I mean, he's from the streets. He told the story. He told the story that I was living. You feel what I'm saying? And it made me feel some type of way when I listened to it. You know, that's the best way I could describe it. Nas and Pac is really, they up there. Nas, Pac, and Kiss, those are my top three.
So as far as right now, are there any artists that are like still presently like holding it down that you would want to work with, or that you like feel like, okay, I want to do some songs with them or anything like that?
Hell yeah, there's a few. Off top, you know, I gotta put on for my city. Shout out my boy Millie's. You know what I mean? I want to put on for Millie's. I definitely want to jump on something with Millie's. Lil Durk.
Dirk is nice. Chi-Town.
Yeah, Durk.
Midwest, baby! Y'all know where we coming from. All the way out here in Cali with it.
Yeah, you know that.
Let me wash my hands, because you know that what I just threw up kind of meant something else. I wasn't even trying to do that.
But, yeah, Lil Durk, Lil Jeremy. Of course, Jadakiss. Fab.
Fab's nice.
Yeah.
And then the fashion sense to go along with the, like, he's like the perfect blend of hip hop and fashion, because that's really where it came from.
Right, exactly. You know? That's just off the top.
So I know where you got your inspiration to start like rapping and everything like that. Your mom, Tupac, Nas, and stuff like that. Jadakiss. So growing up, those were the rappers that you idolized. So I know you were talking about Tupac and stuff. What about his rebellious side gravitated to you specifically in your development for you to like fuck with him like that?
I was always a rebel. I don't know, like from as far back as I can remember, I was always rebellious. And the fact that you got this nigga, he jumping on the track and he's talking that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He not only talking that shit, he's living that shit. He's getting locked up for it. You know what I'm saying? It drew me. It drew my little eyes. You know what I mean? It had me captivated. You know?
So for you in your journey, you're listening to him, but then like later on, like how old were you when you first got locked up?
Shit. The first time I got arrested.
Because I know you spoke on it in 2 words, and we'll listen to that in a second.
The first time I got arrested, 1990, 99, I was about 11 years old. Probably 10, about to be 11. Yeah. Yeah, somewhere around there.
So that was the first time that you got arrested or locked up or anything like that?
Yeah.
And did you feel that there was a shift in yourself after that? Or, like, was it like you went from sneaky kid to, like, full-fledged, like, oh, I can withstand this?
Yo, one thing about me is that I always understood the consequences. I always understood there's gonna be consequences with my actions. So I never like bitched about it afterwards.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how harsh the consequences is. Of course I'm stressed, whatever, but I ain't really pressed about it. I know what I'm getting myself into. But after the first time I got arrested, because first time I got arrested was actually at school. I got into a fight with another kid. I kicked him out of his chair or whatever, and they arrested me at school, and they brought me right home to my mom. Like, they brought me to the police station, put me in a cell, booked me, fingerprinted me, and all that shit, mind you. I'm like 10, 11 years old. They booked me, fingerprinted me in the paddy wagon. They brought me in the paddy wagon, and then brought me to my crib. I mean,
So it wasn't like a few days. It was just like
nah. It was just
showing you the process and
brought
then
me
go home.
brought me in the cell. I was probably like 10, 11. Yeah, I was either 10 or 11 years old. I can't remember exactly, but had me sitting in the cell for like 4 or 5 hours, and then brought me home. You know what I'm saying? But I still had a case. They gave me probation, and they gave me, it was called a CHIN, school pro. I forget what it stands for, but it's like an acronym for something. It's called CHIN's probation for like juveniles. And it's like your mother could put you on chins, and the school could put you on the chins or whatever. And it was the school that put me on the chins, so they had me on school probation, chins probation or whatever.
So, with all of that, was that before your stepdad came into the picture or after?
That was actually after he came into the picture, because I was probably 11 years old.
Did you have other siblings, or was it just you?
Yeah, I had 2 brothers I grew up with, but I also got 2 half brothers down south, and I got a stepbrother too.
Got you, and that's from your stepdad.
Yeah.
Got you. So
I don't even like calling him my stepdad, because he was
a father.
he was a lot. Yeah, he was a lot more than that. Yeah, he was a lot more.
I'm the same way. Like my stepdad, like his name in my phone is Daddy Apple. Cause like
Daddy Apple.
I'm Baby Apple. Like, if I call him right now, I promise the guy he gonna call me, "What's up, Apple?" Or he gonna call me Princess or something like that.
Right, as you should.
But that's our names for each other. Is Apple, Applehead.
Yeah.
It come from Applehead.
I mean, I used to call him Pop. So I mean, that's what I call him. Like when people be like, like my pops, I mean, and they think I'm talking about my biological father. Like, I know who my biological father is. I got.
But he didn't step up to the plate the way that you needed him to in your life.
Not at that time. Like now I could call him. I mean, whatever, get advice from him. I actually took a road trip with him. Like 8 months ago.
Oh, that's dope. Where'd you guys go?
We drove all the way from Boston out here. We drove from Boston to Arizona, and then from Arizona to LA. LA turned around.
Oh, and then went back?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah. That's a drive for sure.
It was dope.
That's a drive for sure. So, your name is Jungle. Where'd you get your name from?
So my name, it actually came from one of my big bros. When we was locked up, I remember this day like it was yesterday too. I swear to God, we was in Shirley Max, man. My big bro, shout out to my big bro Sherm. You already know that.
All right, for the West Coast, Midwest, down South people who don't know what Shirley Max is, just give them before, because we're not gonna just like skip over certain points. I know what Shirley Max is, but the audience does not know what Shirley Max is. So give them a little brief.
Shirley Max is a level 6 maximum security prison in Massachusetts. So I was in Shirley Max with one of my big bros, and I was like 18 at the time. Like, yeah, I had another name before that, but like my official name, I really got my official name when I was like 18. But I was fresh out the hole, and he's like, "Bro, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, all you do is fight. Like, you need to sit down somewhere. Like, you not in the jungle. Like, you fight like you in the jungle trying to get out. Like, calm down." He's like, "Man, that matter of fact, that's your new name, Jungle. I'm gonna call you Jungle from now on." And ever since, it just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just been it. So
now that's how he got his name. So if you see him, I'm gonna just let you know personally, this man's done some nice amount of time. Don't try to fight him. I'm
non-violent now.
He's non-violent.
I keep it cool.
Don't pull no straps out because you're a bitch. If you pulling straps out and nobody's fighting you, nobody's like threatening your life to the point that you think you're gonna die, you're a bitch. I'm sorry, but I'm being truthful.
Throw them hands, man.
Throw the hands.
Throw them hands, man.
We all support and throw the hands. I've seen about 40, 50 fights in my life. Never seen nobody die, have to go to the hospital, or nothing crazy. Like,
I mean, I've seen people have to go to the hospital, but I ain't never seen nobody have I ain't never seen nobody
die. Be like messed up and
just straight off a fist fight. I ain't never seen nobody.
Maybe off of jumping or something, but like off of a fist fight, no. Yeah. Brothers especially. I'm not even talking females. This is really for our brothers and our people and our culture, because this is Good Vibes, the show. And Good Vibes, the show keeps it real. We're not culture vultures. You see what color my skin is and stuff like that. I really come from the turf. I'm not out here faking. I have little cousins and older cousins who have all died behind this shit, and it's not a joke for us. Is it a joke for you?
Fuck me. Okay,
same on this side. I need y'all to learn how to like use these things, kind of like how they was talking about in Friday. Like, because you're really not a man if you don't know how to use these. You're really not a man or a woman, for that matter, if you don't know how to use these things right here. Pulling something out should be a last resort. Pulling a knife out should be a last resort. Putting anything, etc. outside of these things right here, or all of that should be a last resort. So I just want y'all to understand the importance of learning how to use your hands. Go get what they call it, MMA training, boxing, karate.
Matter of fact, if you're scared, just go to church. Man.
Go to church. My last name is Church. You can come here anytime. We got studio time and shit like that. You can get some studio time, man. And I get you right. And I'll show you how to fight too. But
fact.
Use your words. Your words can go so much farther, because this is coming from a brother who spent majority of his life in prison. Not jail, not probation, prison. There's a whole difference.
I was in that too, probation.
There's a whole difference. And I don't want y'all to go out there and have to go through what he's telling y'all not to do. He's giving his life story because it's already been recorded. He don't have nothing to lose from telling his story, you feel me? So that's all I'm trying to say. So where did Too Exotic come from?
Too Exotic actually came from my bro, Fetty. He had the vision for Too Exotic, for everything. Like, even before I came home, he was talking about it. Like, yo,
y'all were in there together? He was
Nah, he was out. I called him on the phone. Yo, bro, I'm telling you, bro, Too Exotic. I'm like, alright. And ever since we was young, bro always had a vision, always pushed us to have a vision. So, I mean, I believed in him. Off the rip, I believed in him. But he used to talk about it way too goddamn much. I used to be like, yo, shut the fuck up. But I believed in him. You know what I'm saying? And before I came home, he came out here and made it. Matter of fact, right after I came home, I couldn't come out here. Right after I came home, he came out here, got it started, built it, started making it shake. And he made a way, and I just followed suit, stuck to the plan, stuck to the script. And here we are now.
So we got the two times on the front.
Oh yeah, matter of fact,
what? I
got something for you too.
I don't like all these.
Got something for you too.
Black bags. I'm over here feeling like.
Yeah.
Oh, this for me?
Yeah, that's for you.
What's this?
Oh, Too Exotic sweater, you know?
Ooh, look at that. Y'all see it?
No, you see it, man. Too Exotic, man. No Exotic.
Alrighty, so we're right back with a commercial break. Fake commercial break, I guess you would say. What you call it.
Break.
So, you have a song, a new
words.
Song called 2 Words. What inspired this song?
My life, really. I was locked up when I wrote it. I was in Shirley Medium Hole, and actually, my man Razor, he had wrote something similar to it, and he was like, "Yo, you should try to do it."
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the hole. He was right next door to me. He wrote like a similar song, so I'm like, he's like, "You should try to do it." I'm like, I don't think I could do that shit, because I never had like confidence in myself rapping. And I did it. I was like, oh shit, damn, this shit's actually alright.
It came out good.
Yeah, it came out crazy. And this was 2010, actually. This was 2010. And it was like big, long, yellow legal pad paper. So it was front and back. And it was like my life up to that point. And I always memorized it. So I lost the rap like years ago. So I lost the actual first time I wrote it. I lost it. I ain't wrote it down since 2010. I just got it memorized. Like, I don't gotta look at no paper.
So that's what 2 words is.
It's just my life in 2 words. Like, if you hear the way I'm rapping, it's everything in 2 words. Like the way I started off, 2 words: court case, attempt murder, 2 brothers, no burner, 1 knife, 2 fights, locked up, same night. Everything is in 2 words.
Y'all better peep game or peep game.
Yeah, coming different.
And if you don't peep it, different. It's cool. You just gonna miss it. You gonna miss a whole wave. 2 words. Now just listen to the whole song after that. Run his streams up. That's all I'm saying. Cheers to 2 words.
That's it. But yeah, it's like I'm saying everything about my life in 2 words.
2 words.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm really giving you my whole life from about the age of like 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? On up until...
Was that your stomach? I'm sorry. I wasn't going to say nothing, but I was like, it lasted too long.
I let you know I'm hungry.
He hungry.
I'm hungry for this shit.
He want it bad.
Nah, but
somebody send
no
some
bullshit.
Cash App money.
It's the Casamigos. What? I got
Just
it.
go ahead and send some Casamigos so we can get some Little Caesars or some shit, some little Chinese food. You know what I'm saying?
It's about Uber Eats time. We done recorded how many songs?
2 songs, 2 words. 2 words. Taco Bell. Tell me about Rob and Sam, because you spoke about them as like your uncle figures. Are they real uncles or like just figures?
My Uncle Rob, that's my real uncle. That's my mother's brother. My Uncle Sam, that was my Uncle Rob's one of his best friends, like one of his bros.
So pretty much like your uncle.
Yeah, that was my uncle. I mean, he died. R.P. to him. R.P. Uncle Sam.
So both of them passed away?
Nah. My Uncle Rob, he's still alive. That's my favorite uncle. I love that.
And that's your mom's brother?
That's my mom's brother.
Gotcha.
Yeah. My Uncle Rob, like, before my stepfather, like when my father was really like not there, like only like male figure I had was like my uncle, and my mom only had 1 brother. So I only had him and like my mom's older cousins to look up to. And my Uncle Rob, he was, I mean, that was my role model, him and my other older cousins. But Uncle Sam, I mean, he was different. He came real different from like the time I can remember. Like in the rap, in 2 words, I'm saying Uncle Sam and Uncle Rob told a nigga never rap. You know what I'm saying? So like they would come to the crib and they would mess with us, me and my brother, like pick on us, you know what I mean, bully us. Y'all better be tough, y'all better not be suckers. And if one of us said we was telling, they tie us all up together by t-shirts, the bed sheet, whatever, tie all of us up together, leave us in the room. This what happened to snitches. So like that taught me at a young age, like, if this is what niggas do to snitches, this is not what I want. You know, so it prepared me and it trained me. Like once I touch that cell, like, this what you prepared yourself for, this what you signed up for. Zip it.
So, your fashion sense on a day-to-day, like 75% of the time, 60% of the time, majority pretty much, what would you say your everyday like clothing sense is like?
My clothing sense is simple, man. Every day my clothes, you see what I got on right now. Joggers, you know, 2 exotic joggers, 2 exotic hoodie, forces,
You usually be on some extra with the shoes though. You usually be
Nah,
like
that's
Gucci
if I know if I know I'm
Balenciaga.
coming to the studio.
This is the most chill I've ever seen this man in life. He usually show up like the stylist be outside of the room, like fitting him, cutting up his fabrics and everything like that.
Nah, because
extra.
Because when we come through, if I know the camera's gonna be out, I gotta put the drip on for the people.
Okay, that
but
makes sense.
every day when I'm in the trenches, I'm jogging down. I got my hoodie on.
He don't even got a do rag on for y'all today. He let the hair out.
I got my product. Shout out to product of a single mom. That's my homegirl Gigi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In New York, she made the socks. You know what I mean? Another Too Exotic member. But shout out to her. But yeah, usually it's light drip. I don't get too crazy. Like
So you're like a Frank Lucas. Like you understand the principles of just being chill.
Yeah, like I know how to be chill. Like, but when I go out, I know how to
go out.
I know how to put that shit on
without it being like too loud.
Yeah,
All right. So ladies, I know y'all been waiting for me to ask this question. Do you have any celebrity crushes right now?
Celebrity crush. Damn.
And if you don't, do you have a picture on your phone?
I got a lot of them. What you talking about?
Pictures in your phone?
No, celebrity crushes.
Okay, well let's get to listing them. I got time.
Off the top is Lauren London. Salute to Nip, but that's been my celebrity crush before he was married to her. When she was in ATL, when she was new in ATL.
Why her though, specifically?
She's just so beautiful. But
shout out Low.
And my cougar side come out.
Ooh.
Vivica Fox.
You talking about?
I mean, not Vivica Fox. Angela Bassett.
Oh, Vivica. And Angela?
No, not Vivica.
I'm sorry,
Angela.
Vivica. So
Angela Bassett.
Okay.
Put Vivica under the rug.
Alright, I got somebody. This has been a little question going on. I'm gonna try to figure out her name. Hold on. Channeling the energy. What's her name? Oh my god.
Now you definitely got.
No, you
glad
know
you messed up because I messed up earlier.
It's cool because I'm keeping all of it. You feel me? I just felt the spit go on my leg.
Keeping all the tea.
Keeping all the teas going. Alright, Players Club.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's the Casamigos that got me not being able to say her name.
That's homegirl. You can't even think of her name
she's
right
sexy
now.
As hell too.
So we got Angela Bassett. Which movie as number one for you?
Stella got her groove back. That's when she was the freakiest.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Yeah. All right. So, what's your middle-aged crush? So that's your cougar. My dad said that shit too. I gotta work on my growls.
Yeah.
I thought I was sounding like a little baby lion or something, or like a female lion. He said, no, you sound like a cub. Like fresh born. That just sound weak as hell.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, no, man, go back to the drawing board with that shit.
So, what's a typical day in the life of Jungle?
Typical day in the life. First of all,
Jungle.
First of all, I get up at about I really get up at about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Alright, so if I'm a new person, never heard of you before, anything like that, what can I like look up to find you, like musically? What song?
Two words, of course. I got the freestyle on the Drake beat. I got Twin Glocks.
Twin Glocks is a mug. If you haven't listened to Twin Glocks, you need to listen to Jungle's Two Glocks song, because that's like one of them, like, that's a timepiece right there. That's like getting a robe. That's like getting a gold, like, classic, just a Rolls Royce, not Rolls Royce on your wrist, Rolly on the wrist type of vibe.
Doughboy trophy.
Exactly, just a trophy. That's like a trophy moment for sure.
Fact though. So we ain't even dropped the official video for it. We only did like the little studio video, but it's definitely gonna be an official video for that.
Question. So with everything you've been through, what keeps you motivated to keep pushing?
The fact that my mom's not here, and I know she wouldn't want me to quit. My mom wouldn't want me to stop doing nothing that I'm doing, nothing positive. She wouldn't want me to quit shit. She wouldn't want me to be sad, down, depressed. And, you know what I mean? My mom was strong. She raised 3 boys. You know what I mean?
No girls.
No girls on her own. You know what I mean? Had my step pops, but realistically, it was on her own. Like she thugged this out from the mud on her own, and she wouldn't want me to quit. She ain't quit. You know what I'm saying? She ain't quit after my first brother. She ain't quit after me. She ain't quit after my little brother. You know what I'm saying? She ain't quit when I was going in and out of court, in and out of jail. She ain't quit all the way up to the day she died. She was there. So, you know what I mean? And I know she would never want me to quit. So that's really what keep me going. Like, I know she don't want me to quit. I can't let her down.
So are you signed, or are you looking to get signed? Or
nah, I'm not signing. Honestly, I'm really not looking to get signed. Like, I'd rather be independent. You know what I mean? I want control over everything I do. Like, I don't want no label overseeing me and overseeing what I got going on. Like, and on top of that, y'all taking 70 to 80% of my money. Like, man, nah, I ain't got no time for that. I want to be independent. It take a big bag to be independent. You know, granted, you know, I'm alright. You know, but I'd rather be independent. I don't want to be signed.
So, what can we expect from Mr. Jungle in the future?
So, I got the mixtape coming out. I don't have a title for it. Maybe y'all can help me with a title.
2 words. 2 words.
The song, the intro is 2 words. Matter of fact, I think we're gonna play it. The intro's 2 words. Really, the mixtape is gonna be about. It's just gonna give you a glimpse of into me, and also I got the little documentary coming out that goes with 2 words.
Oh. Yeah. Let me stop rubbing my hands like Birdman, acting like I'm not a part of it and knowing exactly what's going on behind the scenes. But I'm gonna still keep up the. Damn, I need some shea butter though. That's a little noisy. That's a little noisy. I feel like that's louder than our whole conversation.
Start a fire.
All right, look. So outside of the project, you got the project coming. We know the project is coming.
Yes.
You don't gotta tell us about that. What I really, really want to know, right?
Okay.
Is okay. Let's say I'm an upcoming rapper. And I'm following in your footsteps. And I'm like the same age you got arrested. And they like, I want to get money first. And they want to go about it the same way that they went. They had like kind of similar upbringings or maybe different or whatever. But they want to go about it the same way that you did because they hear what your journey was. What would you tell them about your journey?
What, like as far as going to jail and shit?
The going to jail plus the rapping and everything. Like,
first of all, I mean, it's not worth it. Like, you don't want that's this shit. It's not worth it. Like, I lost my mom while I was in prison. Like, I talk a lot about my mom. I lost her while I was locked up. So, like, factor that in to me losing all the years, me losing all that growth, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you don't, live your life, dude. The fuck? Live your life. Be a kid. You know, experience everything a high school kid, a middle school kid, a college kid has to experience. I wish I went to college. You know what I'm saying? I wish I did that. You know what I'm saying? I went to college, but I ain't go to no university. You know, I went to the Department of Corrections. But I would tell him, like, man, this shit is not what you think it is. Like, trust me, dude. Like, this ain't that, man. Reroute that shit.
So, if you were to go back, this isn't even, I'm going to just, like, set this over here so they know I'm not talking from, like, you know, notes or anything. This is just, like, off the dome.
Okay.
So, if you were to go back, and I personally don't believe in ever having regrets because I think everything teaches us. Everything is a lesson. It's never L. It's a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to go back and there was a moment out of everything that you went through, from the time that you were 11 and got locked up, and then the time before, and you were just, you know, like mischievous maybe, and just like learning the world, I guess you could say. Was there ever a moment that you feel like if I was to do anything over, I would either do this over or tell somebody else to not go this route? That you can talk about. I don't want you to talk about nothing you can't talk about.
One thing. This is it's kind of a double-edged sword. Probably be like the last bit I did. Like the last bit I did 7 years, and within that 7 years, you know, my mom's passed, my pops passed, you know, along with a lot of other people. But the other end of that sword, like, I smartened up a lot. Like, I really started writing. I tuned into my musical side. Like, before I was writing, I was rapping with my friends and my bros and all that shit. But I never took it serious. Like, I never thought I was good enough to be no rapper. Like, it was never in my focus to be no rapper. But when I was locked up for that 7 years, I was in a prison where we had a music room. And you can buy like a beat machine, you can buy a guitar, you can buy a keyboard, whatever. And the music room was just like a room just like this.
Or just do you?
Yeah, it had a drum set, fucking all the speakers, amps. I mean, you buy MP3 player and or the instrumentals. Buy your beat machine. Make beats. So that's what we used to do. We used to buy the instrumentals online and just go to the music room, plug the MP3 player, and rap with the microphone. We couldn't record, but
you still had the idea out.
We could go in there and get crazy. That's why you see I could come in the booth and I could lay
Just
a whole
body
song
it.
down in one take, because that's what we had to do to make it feel like we was actually doing a real song. We had to learn how to do the song in one take off the head. So that's like the other edge of that sword. Like, I lost my moms. I lost a lot, but I actually learned a lot. I mean, I calmed down a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I smartened up a whole lot. I learned that, like, I just got tired. I got tired of being in the streets. I got tired of getting locked up. I just got tired of being away from my family. I got tired of being fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And
It's like, I gotta do something different.
yeah, it made me want something different. But in the process,
and here we are now.
In the process, I lost moms, I lost pops, but
And they would be very proud of you, might I add.
you know,
You feel me? Because I'm over here and I'm the extension of, like, parents, family, the love, energy, and stuff on the West Coast and stuff like that. Because I know I'm not from here, and I know what it feels like to not have your family here. I know what it feels like to feel like you're all by yourself out here, and truly be by yourself out here. Like, I have my mother, my father, and my stepfather, my grandmother, my papa just passed away. Rest in peace, papa. But like, I know what it feels like to at times feel like you don't have anybody.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you gotta have a community. You gotta build a community of people who show love and support.
Support is the biggest thing.
It's crazy because it don't seem like much until you realize, like, once you lose some things.
When you in that dark place, when you
means everything.
When you in that sunken place and you ain't got nobody to turn to, and you like, damn, what the fuck I got?
What are you over there cheesing about?
Yo, because I said the I said the freestyle. She said you alright or whatever.
You won that 300.
I'm the nicest. What you talking about?
Alright, so all jokes aside.
Okay.
Your first time getting locked up. What was that like? And how old were you?
My first time getting locked up, I was like 10, 11. My first bid, I was like, my first like.
Wait, how long was a 10, 11? That's.
It was just like I went to the station, they brought me home, but my first time.
So it was like probably like less than 24 hours?
Yeah, but like my first time actually locked up, I was like 12. I was like 12, 13. Yeah, I was 13. 13, about to be 14. It was for unarmed robbery. Me and my friends, we was around the way, and some dudes walked by, like we was just starting trouble. Basically, they came to our hood. We ain't like the way they was looking. Beat them up, robbed them. I got locked up. But I don't even mention that in the 2 words, because it's like I only got locked up for like 2 months. But the first time I really did a bid was like 2003. I got locked up for attempted murder. Me and my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I start the song 2 words off with this. Court case, attempt murder, 2 brothers, no burner. So like, me and my brother, we coming from school, and we at a train station, and dude walked up to my brother, asked him what he was looking at, and my brother was like, what? Yeah, go ahead on. They end up having a shout match. I got headphones on, so I'm not paying attention to it. Like, I got a Walkman in my hand, CD player actually in my hand, headphones on.
You vibed out.
Yeah, I'm vibed out. I wasn't paying attention to these dudes, but I see 2 dudes talking to my brother, and I could see the conversation a little heated. So, kind of slide my headphones in. And at the time, my brother wasn't like no serious fighter. Like, he'd fight if he had to, but my brother was like, man, whatever, bro. He knew how to walk away from situations more than I did. So I'm like, hold up, man, what's going on? Y'all, what? My brother's like, man, nah, chill, bro. Nah, we ain't got no issue with you, man. Go ahead. So they get to walking, they walk away, they walk up the steps, like, yeah, that's what we thought. You a bitch. So now my brother, not even me, tweaks out, what? Runs the steps, start fighting with old boy. Other dude jumps in, man. I jumped in with him, and next thing you know, we getting locked up for a stabbing, attempted murder. I sat about 18 months for that. I was 12 when I got locked. No, 14 when I got locked up. I sat in there 18 months. I was 15, about to be 16 when I came home. Also, as black men, the only thing we know
it's red. When
we
moment.
know when our reaction, like when we sad, mad, angry, it's always the same. Like, I'm not gonna say always, because we not angry individuals, but it's like we gotta suppress so much. You know what I mean? That when we finally do get to let it out, it look like we angry. You know what I mean? Because it's all the way up. We there. You know what I'm saying?
And it might come with a little extras that has nothing to do with that person.
Right.
Most likely has nothing to do with that person. So in an outsider looking in, and I've been on the inside looking in and the outside looking in, because I've been in my own little battles and stuff. But one thing I'll say is, for the person who is out there specifically looking for trouble, right? There are people out here that are looking for trouble, and I promise you one thing.
And there's people out here that's gonna give it to you.
I promise you that too.
They gonna give it all to you.
If you're out here looking for trouble, just know that there's somebody on the other hand that will give you all of the whatever it is that you're looking for. You will get all of it and some more that you weren't ready for.
It's crazy you say that because my mom used to say that to me when I was a kid. Like she used to say something. Yeah, she used to say something similar to me when I was a kid. Like, oh, you think you so tough? You think you big and bad? There's somebody out there that's bigger and badder than you. And my famous response was always, well, I ain't met him yet. Show me. Show him to me. But she was right. Like, now I'm 33 years old. I'm like, damn, there's definitely somebody out there that's way bigger and way badder than me. Like, so it's like, you got to be careful what you asking for. Be careful what you wishing for. Be careful what the hell you want to be because you don't know. I'm not going to say you don't know, but you might not fully understand what comes behind it. Like, when it comes to this street shit, motherfucker jumping in street shit and don't fully understand what come behind it. Jail come behind it. Death come behind it. You losing your friends, you losing your family members. That shit come behind it. And then as soon as they get locked up, they want to turn into snitches. Like, nah, bro, this what you signed up for. You signed up to be an inmate, my nigga. When you signed up to be in the streets, you signed up to be an inmate. When you signed up to be in the streets, you signed up to die at a young age. Nigga, the fuck you mean? This is what happens, bro. Accept your consequences. You know, and a lot of niggas, they don't think that through. They just see, oh yeah, the big homie, he got the car, he got the, you know what I mean? He got all the bitches, he got the money, he got the crazy chain. They not seeing what this nigga sacrificing for all that shit. They really not seeing that shit. They not seeing that this nigga did 5 years upstate. You know what I mean? When they was little jits, he did 2 years when he was a jet. You know what I'm saying? They're not seeing all them sacrifices that the big homie had to make to be the big homie. And all they want to do is be the big homie. But then when it come down for them sacrifices,
they don't want to do it.
They fold. And it's like, bruh, you signed up for this, my nigga. You signed up for this, nigga. You want to be the big homie, this is what you got to go through, nigga.
So, going back into the same question we asked before, but different now.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's say you got like a 12, 13-year-old dude who's trying to sign up for this lifestyle. Same type of lifestyle that you went to. Now, I know you said it's not worth it. Now, with that being said, right, what would you tell them that they should do instead of?
Me today?
Yeah, because it's so many opportunities. You could start an NFT. You could learn how to create an NFT and sell it for $20,000.
It's crazy. You just said that because I'm learning NFTs right now. Like, I'm in the process. That's probably what I would tell them. Like, that's every day across my IG feed. I see 12-year-old became a multi-millionaire off a new NFT. 13, 14-year-old became.
Now, when you were getting locked up, was there anything like that?
There's no such thing as a fucking NFT.
My point exactly. There was no shit
what
like that.
What the fuck was an NFT? Like, the hell? The first time I got locked up. Bro,
NFT probably meant nigga fed time. Nigga fed time.
Hey, yo, that shit's not even funny, but
it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yo. Nah, but the first time I got locked up, you see we got the flash screen Macintosh. The first time I got locked up, we had the clear bubble computers. You remember those, right? Mm-hmm. We had those. And like that shit, we just got internet. Like, we still had the Nokia phones. So we didn't have all the opportunities that we got now. So if I met a little homie, a young boy that was, even a young female that's trying to jump into this shit, first thing I would say is turn your ass around, smarten up. Like, nigga, what? Like, this can't be the last resort. Like, bro, what? There's so much other shit you could do. Like, at one point in time, like, Biggie even said it, you either slang crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. At one point in time, it was really that. But now, there's more opportunities. Even with the pandemic has created minor millionaires. And when I say minor millionaires, I mean minority millionaires. I mean like kids that are millionaires with the pandemic. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so many opportunities, man. You gotta just stick to the code, stick to the script.
All right, so we're not glorifying the lifestyle no more, right?
Nah, I'm not glorifying it. Even in my music, it's not me glorifying it. It's like I'm just giving you a glimpse of me, glimpse of what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And even when I talk about it, I'm not glorifying. Like, I did what I did. I can't take that back. I can't change that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta live with it. The only thing I could do is talk about it, talk about what I could talk about it, educate somebody else to not go down this same fucked up ass path. Like, that's all it is. It's a fucked up path, a fucked up cycle. You know what I'm saying? And we keep just perpetuating the same shit.
And there's so many opportunities to do
A lot of opportunities.
way better than what was presented before.
But the problem is with the opportunities, though.
The better that.
But the problem with the opportunities is that they're not fully publicized. Like, there's a saying, if you want to hide something from somebody, put it in a book. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these opportunities are hidden in books. You know what I'm saying? And people thinking that they can get them. But really, there's a lot of opportunities.
It's right there. You just don't want to read 305 pages.
Yeah. There's a lot of opportunities. I haven't even figured out the opportunities. Like, I got it out the mud, me and my bro, by myself. Like, I ain't figured out the opportunities yet, but I know they're there. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones I did figure out, I haven't pursued, because it's like, man, I want to get this shit out the mud myself.
Did you do any reading and stuff while you was locked up?
Absolutely, that's all I did. That's how I can tell you about all these opportunities, because all I did was read and work out.
If there's somebody right now that's locked up, or that might get locked up, and that might need to memorize what you're about to say, unfortunately for that person, but it's the truth. They're literally watching this, and let's say 3 months from now, they might get locked up. And what you say right now is going to be what reminds them to what to look for while they're locked up. Give 3 books that you read while you were locked up that helped you get through.
One book off the top was Harper Hill, Letter to the Youth. Another book, crazy book. It's a hard book to find. Signs, Symbolisms, and Myths. I forget who the author is, but the title of the book is called Signs, Symbolisms, and Myths, and it basically like breaks down like
Signs, Symbolisms, and Myths.
Yeah, it breaks down like everything, like Christmas and Halloween, Easter. Like, it was a crazy read, and it had me like, oh shit, it blew my mind. And number 3, probably would be I was about to say the 48 Laws of Power, but it's Asada Shakur's book. Yeah, either her or Angela Davis's book.
You know the name of those ones?
Asada Shakur's book, it's called Asada Shakur. Angela Davis's book, I can't remember the name of it, but it like reading Angela Davis's book. I knew who Angela Davis was, but I didn't know her full story until I actually read her book. I was like, oh shit. I ain't know she was number 1 on the FBI Most Wanted list. The only female on the FBI Most Wanted list. Number 1. You know what I'm saying? She black. She beat that. Got locked up. Beat that. And now she's a professor. I don't know if she's still a professor today, but
she became a professor
at UCLA. A black history professor at UCLA. Member of the Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I read her book, I was just like, oh shit. This black woman did all that in the 60s and 70s.
Now, from being locked up, and we'll wrap it up from here. So from being locked up, the different brothers that you pretty much grew up around and everything over your 20-year course or so, from pretty much a teenage year all the way up to adulthood a year ago, would you say that from the people that you spoke to who were your OGs kind of thing growing up, would you say that there's a lot of, obviously there's misguided direction in the black community,
A whole lot.
but would you say that the people who are the most rebellious and the most thought-provoking and action-moving were the people that you were locked up with?
You said thought-provoking and action-moving?
Yeah, because it's like, a lot of people, it's like, okay, the fact that Assata Shakur can get locked up, Martin Luther King, who was like completely non-violent in his approach.
He was arrested a bunch of
times. Now, you look at those type of people and you see that those were the ones who were getting locked up, even from those times, and you're 30, 40, 50 years after them.
Right.
Now, looking at them and to the people you were locked up with who were older and younger and around your age, would you feel that you had similarities in the people that you were locked up with outside of, like, you know, the freaky rapist, the pedophile?
Yeah, like, absolutely. There was a bunch of people that I had similarities with. Like, there's a bunch of the guys that I ain't even gonna lie, a bunch of guys I still missing there. Like, man, shout out my man Spit, man. Shout out my man Maze. Like, there's a bunch of the guys. Hawk. Like, man, I could sit here and name names all day. Like, free the jails, free the guys, free niggas, man. Y'all know what it's hitting for. But, like, yeah, like, when you locked up and you even when you meet somebody locked up, if they your celly or even if they just on the unit with you, I mean, like, the bond you build with this person, because it's like we going through the same exact thing together. Like, we splitting a soup together. Like, if I don't got a soup and you got a soup, we split that together. Bust that down. I need a bar of soap. You got your last bar of soap. All right, bro, I'm gonna bust that in half. It's just like when we was young on the block. If I had a 50-cent cake, you had a piece. You had half. You know what I'm saying? If I had 50 cents, you had a quarter. If I got $1, you got 50 cents. And it was the same thing in the joint, just revamped. You know what I mean? Just on an older level. We just a little older. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the guys I had to leave in there, from the older dudes to the younger dudes. It's like, damn, I still think about a lot of them niggas every day.
And you feel like a lot of them is like, I look at it like this, right? There's a lot of OGs missing in the black communities. Right. And let's not necessarily just call it OGs. Let's call it chiefs. Let's call it
old heads.
Let's call it
leaders.
Leaders
is at the very top of that fucking list.
And when you don't have leaders,
you don't have guidance.
You don't have guidance.
And when you don't have guidance, you got chaos. You got confusion.
Like, cities like Chicago shouldn't be happening.
You're right. But also with, like, I'm from a city where, like, granted, my city's small, but we from a city. It's a city. Them young niggas don't respect leadership. It's dog eat dog world.
They gotta challenge it before they can respect it.
It's every man for itself. Like, nigga, it's not no we gonna listen to big bro. We gonna listen to big homie. Like, my generation is really like the last of that generation. But with Chicago, I noticed with Chicago they have the unity. They still got that hierarchy. In my city, there ain't no hierarchy.
I feel like LA has it the most out of.
LA definitely still got it.
Cause like Chicago, the dude you just met earlier tonight, he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
But a lot of people from his city, I grew up with a lot of people from his city. And I don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
On a personal level, and I feel like for me to not fuck with you and feel like you a fucked up
Yeah,
individual.
if Money Strings don't fuck with you, then
If Money
that's a
Strings don't fuck with you,
problem,
that's a
like,
real problem.
Because Money Strings is the littiest.
I'm the type of person, if I don't fuck with you, I try not to tell my peoples that I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, because then people gonna take it. Then people's gonna
people
do
might
it.
take it.
They gonna
with
take
you.
it to do whatever the fuck they want. You know.
You have to know your role within yourself. Not everybody's meant to be the tough guy. Not everybody's meant to be the.
But everybody don't.
this person.
Everybody don't understand that. Like everybody wants to play a role. I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people want to play a role that they really don't fit into. Because the tough guy role it seemed like the coolest role. It's like nobody messes with the tough guy. All the girls like the tough guy. He's tough. He's the alpha. Everybody listens to the tough guy. Everybody looks up to the tough guy. But nobody sees the sacrifices that the tough guy has to make. Nobody sees the tough guy alone at night. Nobody sees the tough guy fucking when he's in court fucking hoping that the judge don't give him this 10 years for this bullshit ass assault.
One night, 2 fights, locked up, same night, 03, 14, DY, YO, no bail, cold cell, cold jail, 04, came home, 15 years old, G-packs and the kilos, got money, ain't got hoes, summertime, that summer grind, my heart cold like wintertime, fast forward, 05, no lie, no re, little nigga on the run, eating a high hat, and I'm still beefing, 17 is okay.
Plug music.